Morning, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. Today, we're going to start a do now with which student's work is correct. So if we look at this problem, it says to graph the polynomial f of x equals -3 divided by 25 times x minus 4 times x plus 3 times x minus 5 cubed. So take a few seconds to look at, up to a minute if you need to, decide which student's work is correct. And you can pause the video now, and I'll be back in a second. All right, so we're back. After looking at this, did you notice that this student, for one, it looks like that we know that n is negative. So if we look, we see that, or I'm sorry, that a is negative. So we know that our graph should be going down. So we know already that this one on the right is going to be correct. If only between the two are correct. We can see that there are factors, x minus 4, x minus 3, x minus 5 cubed. Those are all in the correct spot. So this student B definitely has the correct answer here, where we can see that they have at -3, +4, -5, and they even have a terrace point here. So notice the terrace point right there. So they do have a terrace point right there. So make sure that that is on your graph. And then student A, they did a few things. One, they have n is in the wrong direction. So this should be pointing down. Also notice that they were thinking that it was odd. I'm sorry, that it was an even degree and it's an odd degree. So this is supposed to be an odd degree. So that means it should be opposite. So they had it going the same direction. And then one more thing, notice that they crossed the x-axis at a spot where it didn't have a 0. So that's something also that we want to make sure. So there's a few things. Odd degree means that this one shouldn't be going that way if this part is going up on the right side. And then also they cross at the wrong spot. All right, so let's keep on with the lesson here. We're going to do a gallery walk today. And for a gallery walk, what we're going to do is I'll take you around to the gallery walk. Then we'll have time to correct the homework. Remember our standard quiz, we're going to try a quiz tomorrow. So that'll look like I'll have something as an assignment, and you have to work that out on paper on your own. And then we'll go from there. So if we look, we're going to review graphing and analyzing polynomial functions for our objective so we can demonstrate the standard. So let's look at our next, what the gallery walk looks like. So if you want, you can work with a partner. You can contact somebody to set up a FaceTime. Work your way through all 5 problems around the room. I'll be the person doing the virtual gallery walk. So actually, this should say virtual gallery walk. I can't spell right now. There we go, virtual gallery walk. And for this virtual gallery walk, again, you can work with a partner, set up a FaceTime if you want to. Although FaceTime and watching here at the same time might be difficult, you'll figure it out. You guys are digitally capable of doing that. And then make sure to fill out your own answer sheet. You can work together. So maybe you both watch the gallery walk and then you work together after you write the problems down. And then answers are on the back of the sheet. I'll be showing those after each one. And you're actually going to submit a photo of your sheet on Google Classroom, and this is going to be your homework for today. So you're not going to have another assignment. This will be the assignment. So good luck on the virtual gallery walk. All right, let's do this virtual gallery walk. So here's the first one, B. Write the equation given the graph and n equals 6. So you want to pause it right now and graph it. All right, we're back, and let's look at the back side of this for our answer. So we've written the equation of the graph, n equals 6. We found the multiplicity of the zeros. We wrote the factors. We substituted y into the equation. I'm sorry, the y-intercept into the equation, and we solve for a. All right, going on to the next one. Graph the function. Again, do these on your own paper with pen, pencil, whatever you use. Notice that a is negative. We know our graph is going to go down as it goes to the right. So you pause the video right now, graph the function. All right, we're back. Here is the back side, so flip it over. We see our function goes down as it goes to the right, n equals 9. We have a double terrace point. Notice the graph only goes through at the points of the factors. All right, moving on to the next one. Determine the number and multiplicity of the real and unreal zeros, given that n equals 5. Find the real zeros on the x-axis. Find the unreal zeros. Pause the video. All right, we're back. Let's flip it over to see what we have. We have a real zero at -2, one real zero multiplicity of 2 at +3, and then 2 unreal zeros at that terrace point off the x-axis. All right, moving on to the next one. Letter F, write the equation given the graph and n equals 4. So determine your number and multiplicity of zeros at those x-intercepts. Pause the video. All right, we're back. Let's flip it over. So F, we wrote the equation. At -5, we have one real zero multiplicity of 2, one real zero at 1, and also at 4. So that gave us factors of x plus 5 squared, x plus 1, x minus 4. We plugged in the y-intercept of -3, and we solve for a. All right, moving on to our next one, G. So again, we're graphing the function. Look at the a value. Is it positive or negative? Is n even or odd? Find those factors. Plot the zeros of the function. Notice what's happening at each one. Pause the video. All right, let's look at our graph here. Notice that the graph does not go below the x-axis. All of these are minimums on the x-axis. All right, so now what you can do is you can correct the homework. 5.1, practice 6. Pause the video if you need to. I'll move it down for 7 and 8. One thing I noticed is that some of us had troubles graphing number 7, so make sure to double check that one. And then here's 9 and 10. Pause the video if you need to. I'm going to go back up and explain a few things on the first 3 problems. So in the first 3 things that I noticed, some of you forgot about exponents. So make sure that you're doing those exponents. Then also the a value of this one, a lot of you either didn't simplify it to this, so just simplify yours and you'll get this, or you wrote 3 over 36. So just be careful. If you have any questions on these problems, make sure to ask. And then I also said that I would have the answer key for the extra practice too, and that's on this next page. That shouldn't pop up. All right, next page here. So the extra practice key, and again, this is in your binder. If you don't have it, I also attached it to this assignment. And this is extra. This is not an assignment. This is extra if you need more problems. So pause the video for your corrections, and I'll move it down to 7 and 8. Again, pause if you need to. This is a terrace point at x equals 5. All right, and let's move on to 9 and 10. So again, this is the extra practice, not your homework. All right, and then our ticket out today is, again, rate your confidence. How confident are you determining number and type of zeros? How confident are you in writing polynomial equations from a graph? How confident are you in graphing polynomials from an equation? And your homework is just to complete the gallery walk, take a picture of that, submit it to the assignment. If you don't feel confident, you may use the extra practice. Again, questions 3 through 10 will be helpful. Look forward in the video for the answer key. And again, this will be, I'm actually going to change that instead of 8 o'clock because I got this video out late. I tried to have it just due at 11 then instead. So the reason why is that I tried to make a video of the gallery walk and I just couldn't attach it to an email. So I'll have to figure that part out so I can do that in the future. Anyway, hope your day is great. Hope you're all doing well. Again, questions if you have them either through Classroom or you can send them by email. Talk to you later. Bye.